Alright, and here we are for the final part of Act 2, and every time I say that, I immediately think of the popcorn brand. Should I be talking over the loading screen, shouldn't I? Oops, because apparently that, press the button to cut thing does not work, as episode 3 showed me, where there was just 7 minutes of nothing. An ominous fog pours over the racecourse as the event gets set to begin. It's weird because the fog wasn't there before we got here, but now it is. Also, the fog was on cue or something. These other tracks are always crazy. They start the cars 3x3, or 3x5 technically, but 3 wide. Alex didn't waste time, that's for sure. Blossom, however, is definitely losing it to Gearhead and the delivery guy. Dang, he's just gonna take the money and run. And with the kind of pack that Alex and Blossom have to get through, I don't think they'll be stopping him from getting the money. Governor can try what he wants, but I don't think he can really do that. He is a not America worker. Down to last place with you. Well, actually, Alex has gone through the field so fast that he might have time to catch back up to Danny. Keyword would be might in this situation. There's only a 3-second gap actually, so he probably can. And he goes around the governor. Blossom is only in 8th right now. As Metacog and Burn go too wide through, is probably the hardest corner to do that on the track. Both stuck behind the lumbering people carrier that is Gearhead's car, or SUV rather. And Otto just watches. Burn has, of course, the faster car, but to get up to that corner up there, Metacog is not going to be happy. And again, neither one can really get anywhere because Gearhead's taking up the whole road, it seems like. Meanwhile, up front. Yeah, Danny, you better run a little faster than that if we hope to win the race. We still have to hold it for 5 more laps. And I know Alex's car is faster than yours. He had to pass cars and he ran a lap that was 9/10 faster. The governor and XC3 struggled to hold on to their positions so fast. Blossom trying to, well, get them. And the stuff I think we runs XC3 in the grass. I wonder how odd it is too that I put such a simple course towards the end of the tournament and not the opening. But... well, I know what I was doing when I ordered these races. This ought to be interesting. Alex has cut the lead in half in only 2 laps. So fast. Can't get around XD3 and Blossom will be right there to take advantage when he goes wrong. There's the gap to those guys. XD3 screws up that corner. Blossom get around the outside. Doesn't look like it. Actually, they were not take the fight back to so fast. I think he's a little bit out and over his head here. I mean, he's ever so slightly better in these corners, but there aren't enough of them for that to help much. Now back at the front. Yeah, Alex can definitely see Danny now, even through all this fog. So fast, it's like immediately the first person to come to the conclusion of that the sudden fog is the organizer's version of how everything got all black in the world race, and that was going crazy. It is England, you know. Doesn't necessarily mean it's some sort of unworldly force. It just means there's moisture in the air, because it's always raining in Britain. There is no rain mode in this game. There he goes. There's for power as soon as Alex has to shift that Ferrari is next to the continent already. I'm sure is to Alex's displeasure. Blossom is already up to 4th, and, no, I mean, I guess we don't know if 3rd or top 3 is in our future, with 16 Angels being a whole 6 seconds up the road and 2 laps. And that lap time deficit is actually not good enough for that, so... I think Blossom is likely stuck in 4th for this race. Which means that Alex gained 10 points on her going to the last race. Doesn't look like here much because all the action's been happening in the top 8. But let's get back here just in time to see Byrne make a move on that. However, that car turns and brakes better than his, so... Gets back underneath him in the corner. That doesn't matter. They kind of break even there. I honestly can't wait until we get to the next act and hope that, okay, that gap wasn't what I thought it was at all. Yeah, I can't wait to get to the next act and only see a couple of new drivers, which I will not express as of yet. In fact, they're just going to be starting on Saturday morning. So basically tomorrow for me. But also hopefully the participating cars will be a little more even with each other because, well, it's something I've been between these 5 here. It's the Blossom, Alex, Danny, Metacog, Angel show. And there's really not much else that's been involved. So Fast has occasionally been involved. Governor had a good finish at like Guinness or something. Other than that, it's been mostly these 5. Whereas with the first championship we had 8 or 9 people that could compete for a good finish. And well, I could say 5, but even Metacog and 16 years are kind of pressing it. Actually, 3 almost got the governor. He was on top of the entire race. Just didn't quite have the sauce. Alright, Metacog, calm down. The race is already over. Show off. The weirdo scores a point. Oh, actually, it's just Mortimer. You know that already. The viewers made the guess. So now I can't really have to call him the weirdo anymore. It's supposed to create some sort of like, you know, mystery, like, ooh, who's this character we might know? And then, well, I think everyone knew, so who this character we might know was. So it was a little blatant with the description of, I think that's probably the no stranger to thrills part that might have done it, and also because I had also suggested Mortimer during Track Attack. We're in the final round, and Alex looks set to outscore a world race perfect score of 225 here. I mean, it's 8th place for that. Like, thinking for something about something for a second. Loading complete. That's a thing that no other game ever says. It just takes you to the thing instead of telling you that it's done loading. And the fog still persists, which is awkward because we've literally gone from Great Britain to Italy. Oh, Blossom starts in last. That's not good for her. Let's see how she does or deals with it. Danny's also back here with her though, so I think this is the championship for Alex, unless he does something really bad. Also doesn't help Blossom's chances when Danny nearly pit maneuvers her down into turn 1. The other guy is confused, I guess. He goes with Suzuka or something. Sorry, it's not on this game, unfortunately. There are no Japanese courses, only European ones and a couple of American ones. Laguna Seca and Black Cat County. Literally every other track is in Europe. This is about where I wish I was using the PC version, so that I could access mods, which would let us use more than just those kind of tracks. I'd love to use Suzuka, or Fuji, or, like, Road America, because it's the big racetrack near where I live. But, you know. I think seriously he's in the top 5 right now. No. This is a dynamic duo here. At least they were. Petticock could care less for Otto now, but before. XC3 is getting away in third. I mean, not for much longer, because Alex is in fourth, but, you know. He's trying. Oh, you heard it was stalling. That's probably what that was. There's an amalgamation of cars in this area. Oh, Byburn. I mean, would have if, like, okay, I just split. I look really bad now. Burn and Blossom's battle literally took them past me and they didn't even notice. And so Blossom just passed 3 people in a corner. And then lost those places. They're 3 wide. Help. What's going on? The gunner is probably freaking out. Wow. Well, that just happened. Petticock is still right on top of Otto. Their cars pretty evenly matched, actually. Both perform pretty similarly, but I think Petticock just does those couple of things a little bit better. As you can see, as he goes on the outside of a high-speed corner. You don't do that normally. Well, you had a good run, but here comes the weirdo and Blossom right on top of your face. Right into your ear. And Blossom just kind of forced to sit here until the weirdo makes a maneuver. Or she goes in the grass and gives Burn back to 8th place. That's right there too, I heard that in the background. I think it's the governor. It's not that. That is not that. This is that. There's Alex. Unsurprisingly, just like brought the gap to nothing down the first straightaway. Burn is caught behind Mortimer. Never mind. Close my mouth now. Except I can't, and I won't. I'm just tapping back here. Oof. Rip that. Not sure what just happened there. I just saw a car off the track on the map and I was like, what just happened? Was it Danny? Yeah, he rear-ended Danny. But, neither one really got off all that well. But Danny was just actually the one that went going. So yeah, more Danny-wise aggression, but Danny's car is heavy, so it's harder to move. Plus Danny is probably used to being aggressed upon, and therefore ready to react better than anyone else like XC3 would be. I mean, come on, the first time you saw him, he was being escorted because it couldn't defend itself, so what do you really expect? I don't think there's anything to stop Metacog here, even though we still have 5 and a bit extra laps. Otto can't catch him. XT3 is like not even close to catching him, and Alex probably has the speed to catch him, but he's got 8 seconds to make up on him. The odds would be just as high that Blossom gets there than he does. So that has taken his physics bending behind over to the pit lane because his car apparently couldn't continue even though it only had slight damage to the front bumper. Yeah, that gap was 2 seconds before. Well, that's a lap. Alex is finally free. Here's a caution, except for that car isn't on the track anymore, so I don't see why that's there. Okay, that's more than that. That's 18 seconds, almost 19 seconds for Blossom to make up on Metacog. And her lap wasn't nearly as fast as what Metacog did. How did you do that? What are you doing? Stop. Like, I'm sure Alex and Blossom and probably even 16 Angels can go faster than that lap time shows, but they need to start doing that now. Because now it's still 8 seconds between Metacog and... wait. 12 seconds between Alex and Metacog. And with those laps, he won't be catching anything. I think Extra 3's plan here might just be to follow Alex to Auto, using the slipstream off of his car. So basically Alex is escorting XC3 to another opponent so that they can both join the podium. Can't imagine that Alex truly wants that, but I mean, I don't think he'll really care all that much. Alex didn't really have that much involvement in Velocity X. He only was really there to help stop Otto the first time, briefly. That's still 7 seconds, and given that we only have 4 laps now, Alex had to be gaining by like 5 seconds a lap, and he's just not doing that. You'll definitely get Otto, however, but even XC3 is lapping faster than Otto is, so though I don't think he'll get to him. I don't think he can gap 5.5 seconds in 4 laps. He's only running about a second faster. Let's go to another part of the field. Ah, here we go. We found the action. Okay, the governor's car has been damaged apparently. So it's the governor, Gearhead, Danny, Mortimer, and myself. And 5, well, really it's like 4, because the governor's ahead by a ways. 4-car battle for points, really. Danny, I'm sure, after almost winning at the last round, doesn't really want to be in 11th. So, he's gonna dig it around his assistant here, but his assistant is in a much bigger car, meaning doesn't really leave all that much room. Oh, yeah, Blossom getting close to 16 Angels now. She's bridged 6-second gap already, or 8-6-second gap, and is already right on top of 16 Angels. So this is for a top 5 finish. Because to me, it doesn't really seem like this battle is going to progress too much. After Danny just passed Gearhead down the straightaway. Though Gearhead's car is actually faster than mine or Mortimer's car, so I think that's it for that. Things look quite grim for 16 Angels right now. Just a matter of where it happens, really, because Blossom has 3 laps to pick where she gets around him. Additionally, as we watch that, Alex is also catching Otto a little bit. But really, any positions gained from here don't really mean all that much. Unless something crazy happens where Alex somehow crashes his car, he kind of wins the championship. Blossom got 16 angels. Down the straightaway. Burn managing to keep his impressive braking to a minimum. Danny is going for the governor. Yeah, there's a power difference there. That wasn't hard for him, I don't think. I'm not really defending against the weirdo, because this thing actually has like 250 horsepower. I don't know, just comical to call Mortimer a weirdo, even though, well, I'm supposed to call him Mortimer now, but that's what it says on screen. That's what I've called him for 4 episodes. Why is there a yellow flag here? What happened? What are you talking about? There's no one else to spun. Cog begins the final lap of the race. Alex, I expect, will get a lot closer to Otto down the straightaway. XC3, unless the two crash, will not probably be getting any extra points as far as sitting in 4th. Alex got close, but he didn't get around him just yet. He does still have about a minute and a half worth of race still to do it though. And of course his car is faster, so that shouldn't be too hard. I just got a message. Burning so fast might throw down, but I hardly doubt it. What's the pace looking like? Well, I mean, when you can brake like that, yeah. Now I'm sure they will. We also want to keep, obviously, watching this. So the battle for 2nd means just a little bit more than the battle for 7th. That's almost perfectly timed. A thunderstorm actually started around where I live as well. So all Alex needs to focus on, he needs to be close enough through those corners so that he can just destroy that car down the front straightaway. And Metacog wins definitively. Don't really think he ever even had any kind of challenge for that. Alex, you're trying too hard, man. You've already won the championship, hey dude. Otto was 2nd, though I think that was helped largely by the start, where he started, you know, on pole, and had 3 slow cars to block people for him. XC3 with 4th. Blossom in 5th. Not quite enough to win the championship, but, you know, for the first time she's ever been really involved in Hot Wheels, or anything remotely related to it, to get almost beat everyone and only lose out to Alex. That's interesting. But I think that's the car, because she just overpowered Alex. Burn did not get so fast. Yeah, Metacog won by 34 seconds. I think he was a little bit dominant. Governor will be the last one to score points. The weirdo is trying to get Gearhead off the line, but that SUV finally found power. Yeah, you're not getting that. And as soon as the little 8.6 finishes. And there it is. Alex wins by 15 points. Ferraris are 34. That kilometers an hour, that's for like 202 miles an hour. I'm just doing this drifting to kind of go up until the end of the runtime of the video. Great, I scored a bonus. I scored 1 point. This thing has more traction than I expected him to. Unfortunately, can't watch the AI do this. I gotta do this one myself. So that's that. But see, I'm kind of pondering if I bother to, like, after like X amount of time drifting here, really care to like show off the next challenges. Oh, darn it. That was a very do-it-yourself drift chain there. holds this chains for a long time. Most games would have ended that streak well before this. So we knew this entire time Alex was a crazy racer. No one could have possibly known that he also had some talented drifting too. And you know how much nerve it takes to drift a Ferrari? Like, seriously, it's insane. This game does not take any of your nonsense with hitting the grass though, that's for sure. Well, that's not good. That's a wall. Oh, what the heck was that? I'm trying to think in my head of like the order in which I put the drivers on that list of drivers. Like, how far down do I go before I spoil one of the new ones for tomorrow's events? So honestly, I think in my head I'm just gonna show them all after this time runs out because, like, it's tomorrow anyway, so. Not done yet. Now you're just cheesing it there, Alex. Come on now. Come on, Alex. Hang it up. Okay, seriously, Alex. This isn't funny anymore. Stop. Just let the timer run out so I can go on to what I have to do. Oh, I can do a stop. It should be like 14,000, but I accidentally went too slow. So there's all of that. That's not the one I'm looking for. There's the original. Here are the new ones. Here's one vehicle I'm concerned about is Otto's next vehicle. I don't know what to change that to, but I know that one is kind of unfair. X3 gets a new BMW, 16 Angels and Danny stick to their guns again. Alex gets a new Ferrari, sent to a much newer model called the 458. Otto likely gets this McLaren MP4, but I don't really know because it's like way faster than everything else here. I have switched to a Nissan GTR, even though that just might look like exotic. Burn gets a Lamborghini Gallardo, which does look like more exotic. that has the Lotus 211. Ryan Storm returns in his same car. Twinmill has finally appeared in a Ford GT40. Also Bedlam in a Porsche Panamera, which is like a station wagon. Shadow, basically Silhouette 2, but I called him Shadow 17 to differentiate a little better. Is in an Audi R8 V10. Henchman 54 is Power Pistons, but now he's in a Ferrari 330. So he managed to convince the... This isn't the best decision, but apparently he just convinced the security guys that he was there for the race. That his car was in the parking lot, which it was. Yeah, the organizer got JSRF in here too. So... Beats in here with the Porsche Cayman. And then Blossom is back with the RT12, which if that's unbalanced, that might just go back to her original car from this championship. There might be more rounds in this one as well. There might also be less rounds, I don't know. So those are our racers. These are the tracks. Yeah, I probably am gonna need more rounds as I try to do 5 episodes of all of these series. And if, you know, it's 2 races per episode is the idea, I think, but these races look way too short for that. So I'll see you hopefully tomorrow for Act 3, Vehicular Improvements, assuming that either A, I don't end up busy, B, asleep, or C, having to fix these cars because they're not balanced properly. Like I said, Auto is kind of a scare about that. Henchman 54 seems like it might be good too, a bit too good. Blossom's Porsche, or Rough, might also be interesting at the same thing, really. But I mean, if these... If all of these cars that I've just stopped on, like this one, this one, this one, this one, might be, I don't know, this one, and this one, maybe even Alex again. That is half the field that are really fast, and therefore the other half of the field are not as fast, and that's kind of what Act 1 was. Half the field was fast, the other bottom 6 weren't, and then there was actually 3 in the middle. Whereas on the last one, 4 or 5 were fast, actually 3, Governor and Mortimer were in the middle, and the other 7 were pointless. And way in the back, fighting over 1 point. Otto was also kind of in the middle too. He'd have really good results, and then he'd end up in like 12th. My power rating here, I think Otto Von Diesel and Henchman 54 and Twinmill. And likely that on certain tracks as well. Those will be the big 4. That'll have to be beaten. Which is ironic because they're all kind of chaotic bad types. Except for Alex. The mid-tier... The mid-4 will be probably Byrne, Danny, Riker, and Ryan. and maybe even Shadow. Maybe not so much Ryan. Maybe more like Burn, Danny, myself, and Shadow. Beat might be a part of that too sometimes, and then kind of lowest tier would probably be actually 316 Angels, as much as that hurts to say, and Bedlam doesn't actually have a great car here. Beat's probably teetering in between those two as well, so like just above trash tier, but not quite in mid tier. But again, only testing and then the next series will tell me, so that's it here.